What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, a little bit of an update on the Voucher LP incident that happened earlier this week as the Voucher LP went live. I'm going to read a notice here on the official announcements from Royal Eagle. It says, "Dear Splinterlands community, we want to reach back out to address the Voucher LP incident that occurred earlier this week. First and foremost, we owe Panda Puzzle," so the person was named, "an apology. Our previous communication may have unfairly suggested that they had malicious intent based on their transfers of assets out of the game to Hive Engine. After thoroughly reviewing all actions taken during the maintenance period, it initially appeared that Panda Puzzles was exploiting the situation. However, upon further investigation, we've come to understand the full context. All DEC that Panda Puzzles accumulated as a result of the incident has been fully returned to the team. It's now clear that their intention was not to exploit the system, but rather to act as a white hat, attempting to drain the pool before others could take advantage of the bug without realizing that their actions were unintentionally compounding the problem. In the future, we ask that anyone who discovers an exploit with the game, please report it directly via support.splinterlands.com so we can address the issue immediately and prevent any further complications. Thank you for understanding, and we appreciate Panda Puzzle's cooperation throughout the process." All right, so that's interesting, and it does make the situation a whole lot better, right? I think the team will still need to go through and purchase all of the extra vouchers that were printed, but if all that DEC ended up getting returned, that should make things significantly a better situation overall. And I'd like to see how that ends up working out. And hopefully voucher prices will reflect that, or voucher supply, I should say, will reflect that, not financial advice. Now, the other thing, just to put a full cap on this, because I got a lot of feedback on my hesitation to reach for the ban hammer, right? And again, I'm not in a position of authority, so I'm just armchair quarterbacking here in that video when I was covering this. But a lot of the folks were saying, hey, like somebody comes in and steals this much money and you don't want to ban them. Like, what are you thinking? So let me just clarify where my head was at, what my position is. At the end of the day, I'm looking at this, and to me, what struck me so hard in that situation was the simple fact that we have moved so far away from the decentralized project that I joined 3 years ago, right? It was something that I really appreciated about the direction of the team, even if they were not quite there yet, right? They wanted to create a game and create a project in which everything could essentially be decentralized. And I would say, for the most part, Splinterlands is further along than many other projects in that arena, right, of decentralization. I mean, there's still certain things that are very Web 2.0, and certain things, I mean, the entire game runs on their servers, right? But they are pushing towards that model. Matt has a very unique vision compared to many other people, which is, maybe that's a topic for another video, but I always appreciated that they didn't want to choose or dictate who could and couldn't play. And so just to see the ban hammer come down so directly, right? Here's the thing, for something that hadn't even been like this is unprecedented, right? So with the botting in Modern, I'll put it that way, we knew that ban hammers could come down for that, right? Because that's been addressed, it's been debated, it's been entered into the terms of service. So people getting banned in Modern for that reason, right? For breaking that rule made sense to me. Here was an area in which the team made a mistake, right? Admittedly so. They made a mistake, and somebody, we thought, took advantage of that mistake. Now, again, I'm not going to sit here and play judge, jury, executioner. In fact, I think that's exactly what the team didn't want to play, right? I think that they were not trying to do that. So, let me put it this way. Let's say that the situation had played out previously, right? How we previously thought, where somebody came in the exploited situation, exited the game, extracted all that value. Again, I don't blame the team for taking the action that they did of banning the person. And in fact, it's not like I was very much against it. It just rubbed me the wrong way, because it made me kind of look at the game and the project through a very different lens, especially coming out of the fact that I was doing that video on like the last 3 years with Splinterlands and what my 3-year experience has been. It's very different now than what that was. And I was just kind of caught in the moment of recognizing that, hey, this game is not it's not decentralized in the way that we were hoping. Now, there's certain things that I think are better, right? Modern format, I think, is better because of it. And I like the fact that people have a place that they can go where they don't have to worry about bots. And, with something like this, if somebody is going to exploit certain things and has the potential to do it again or shows bad behavior, then yeah, I mean, again, I understand why they did what they did. I'm not even disagreeing with it. It was just a moment of recognition that things are different now, that this game, right, this project is not at that state, and certain elements are not moving towards, right, the state of it being fully decentralized. If anything, it seems like certain elements are going backwards, which again, I'm not saying is a bad thing. It was just a recognition about the nature of decentralization when it comes to Splinterlands as a project overall. Now, ultimately, like I said, I think that the DAO is still headed in the right direction. I think the game is still headed in the right direction. We are probably still years away from it being, wherever Matt's true vision for it is. But, the launch of Rebellion, everything that's happened over this past year, especially with Matt, in the driver's seat as CEO, I do believe a lot of the decisions now, right? Yes, a lot of them are coming from the team game-wise, but the separation of DAO and state, right? The separation of DAO and company is quite a big deal. And I think that we are moving in a better direction. Like I said, it was actually, if anything, very clear to me that now, like, the team is moving much more so in a not decentralized manner, but the project of SPS, right, through the DAO is moving in that direction, right? So again, I know I'm getting super into the weeds here. That wasn't my intention. If somebody's going to come in and, do bad behavior, the team is well within their rights. Again, I'm not disputing that. It was just a moment of clarity for me to be like, oh, wow, this is very different. This is very different from the project that I joined 3 years ago. And different isn't bad. It's just different. So hopefully that makes sense. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm curious for anybody that's been around the same amount of time and that understood the principles of decentralization that were very much espoused during those first couple of months that I was here, right? So literally 3 years ago, August, September, October, and even into early 2022 when the bot conversation started happening. I think, I'm curious to get your thoughts on that, and let me know. So I'll catch y'all on the next one and see you around the game. Take care.